Ladies and gentlemen, non-binaries. Now, I was walking, right? And if you listen close, you can hear the sounds of beautiful tires being spun around, sounds of horsepower just galloping all across the track, and I got to see someone. And he said yes to an interview, and this is big for me, because this man right here has been the voice of Formula D since day one. Day one, since 2003, 4, I believe, since G4 was live. Oh, you know what G4 was? This man's literally called every single drift event for Formula D since its inception. He's been on multiple DVDs. Okay, 2 DVDs, Drift Lines Bad as Hell and Stay Hungry. Phenomenal DVDs. Go on Amazon, cop those DVDs. But this man is one of the biggest reasons that I am the way I am when I do interviews, when I talk to people, when I get you guys hyped up. He is one of the major influences for that. So allow me to introduce the man, the voice of Formula Drift, Mr. Jarod.
Hey, that is an intro. I'm out, dude. I don't have a job anymore. Are you kidding me? That was
my God.
Thank you, brother.
No problem. I will never be able to remember any of that. What I just said, that was off the top of the dome.
And you were right, and I love that. And that's where it comes from. It has to come from a genuine place,
Thank
right?
you,
So yes, you are correct in saying Formula Drift has been around since 2004, and I have seen every single run. I'm the only person to see every single competitive run in a Formula Drift championship.
Yes, and you're the literal voice. Like, you give such passion and such knowledge as well. Talk in the background.
We're at a racetrack, baby. That's the vibe, right?
Yeah.
Like, and an event like Gridlife, even Formula Drift, the access, and I'm announcing 17 years and meeting people like yourself. Like, yeah, man, we're just having fun.
Yeah. I mean, basic question: what got you into drift? What got you into just motorsports in general?
Drifting specifically. I read an article in Wired magazine about drifting, but I grew up in San Diego. I grew up street racing in San Diego. So they made the movie Fast and Furious about what we were doing. I used to have an EK Civic back in the day, and I grew up street racing. So this is before the Fast and Furious culture. And then I went to Tokyo Auto Salon in 1999. I worked at a shop called Group 5. We were the first Tomei importers. And then eventually with drifting, how it came to be is, I don't know, did you ever play with the Modifiers toys, by the way?
Yes.
So I was an authenticity consultant on that as well.
Really?
So basically I was the dude that got like all the licensing, everything right and proper. So in 03, I remember seeing D1, and that was brought over by, Ryan Sage and Jim Lau, which was previously Slipstream Global, and they had the foresight to say, like, hey, let's do drifting here in the States. Well, D1 kind of screwed them, so they had the opportunity to make a drifting sanction body. So in 04, I had a long-standing relationship with Ryan and Jim. They're like, hey, you're charismatic, why don't you try it? So 2004 was the first ever public speaking event. I've never spoken publicly outside of, like, reading aloud in the classroom. That's what I always said. So here I am, traveling the world, and about 130,000 miles a year flying and rapping out and talking. Now I've parlayed it, bro.
Yeah, it's crazy because I
feel bad. I want to hold him in. He's making me tired.
Drifting's been around longer than what we've known. We've seen Kinsey Shuchiya, the Drift King, the Drift Bible. I mean, he was drifting fucking mountains like in Michigan in the 80s and the early 90s, and his iconic Hachiroku 8086. And I always ask this question. I actually asked it earlier. With drifting, we've evolved so much in performance and technology that it's gone from cars that made roughly 400, 500 horsepower with somewhat decent angle to literal 1,200 horsepower, redonkulous angle cars. We're in a golden era of some say with drifting, of like a Group B era of drifting.
There you go.
But some would say we've lost our way in drifting at the same time. That it's not drifting anymore. It's just NASCAR on steroids, basically. What's your thoughts on that?
Yeah, I think you have to evolve. If it's fashion, if it's music, if it takes all kinds, and there still is a place for the purity of Hachirokus and S13s and S chassis, right? And you look at like a 20-year-old car winning a championship, like when Dai won with an S13. I think it just speaks to that the technology's there and you can progress. But my response to that is people are like, oh, the good old days, the good old days. I say make today a good old day, right? Because we're going to look back at this and be like, man, that car was 1,200 horsepower. Now they're this, they're that. The tracks, the evolution. You don't want to be stuck. Like, you know what I mean? Like, you want technology. You want to, progress. So I get the kind of the purity of it. There's a place, there's a time, there's events, there's opportunity. You know, I mean, that's why Japanese classic car shows exist. That's why you can have an affinity for the Hachi and Drift King and stuff like that. Drifting isn't just Japanese anymore; it's purely international. So, when you see like kanji and stuff like that, I'm like, man, drifting's international. It's not just Japanese. It might have gotten developed. And Casey Tsuchiya did a great job in the UK. He's part of drifting folklore, right? Let's just call it what it is. But I think the progression is necessary. Yeah.
So we're heading towards final battle. Irwindale is like right around the corner, and you have a very, very close battle between literal OG members of from the Drift, and Chris Forsberg and my boy Von Ginn Jr., which I have a funny story about that.
Yeah.
And we're about to have a new champion in the last 3 years because James Dean, who a lot of people say is the GOAT, won 3 years in a row, but shockingly left from the Drift this year.
Just due to COVID, due to times. It's not anything that he wanted to do or had to do. It's unfortunate, and he can't defend his crown, defend his title. Got some bugs around here, so
there's a lot.
there's a lot of them. So he unfortunately can't defend his title, but will there be an asterisk next to it? I don't think so. There's still proven drivers. You see how close the championship is, and I don't know when you're going to drop this, but there's rumors that Irwindale might have 2 different layouts because Pro is on Friday, Pro 2 is Saturday, and then Pro Sunday. They might actually change the course going from Friday to Sunday.
I mean, the schedule's up in the air. I mean, I'm just saying, we have this lovely track here for 2021 from the Drift.
I assume you're from here in Louisiana?
Oh, absolutely. Born and raised, Marrero, Louisiana, West Bank, the best bank.
Yeah, bro. But I love it out here. I love the vibes.
Oh, yeah. We have great food, great people. The weather is bipolar at best, but I love the state. I love our city. The fact we got this, because normally it's in Georgia, so this is our first year having it, and I think it's a success.
Well, this is the first time, and NOLA opened their doors to Gridlife, and overall it's good. Yeah, it's rad. I love it.
Yeah. The Von Ginn story. So, funny enough, 2010, he won his first championship.
Yeah.
And he did an interview. And I called in thinking I wasn't going to get through, and I got through. And my first dumb question was, hey, when you going to make sure for fat people like me, because I'm broke and I'm like 250 pounds. And Vaughn, being Vaughn, asked me on air what was my address. And I said on air to a bunch of people my home address. Vaughn sent me that shirt. I still have that shirt. It's actually in my car right now.
Hey, that's
Vaughn,
love.
Thank you. I always rep you, always root you on, so appreciate that
Ready
shirt.
to rock, baby.
Yeah, all day. But Mr. Jet, I can't thank you enough, dude. Like, this is one of many dreams come true.
Man,
I'm honored and much thankful for your time. And I know you have something to do, so I'm not going to hold you up any longer.
Hey, you know what? Thank you so much.
Thank
you for your love and your passion and your enthusiasm, and obviously, again, you're gunning for my job. I get it. Damn, son. I gotta go.
I don't know. Maybe in a year or two. I will never be as good as you. No, I'll never be.
We're all
an
human.
Absolute legend in this sport, and we all thank you so much for your time, your energy, and your passion.
It's great.
On behalf of me and everyone in New Orleans and NOLA Drift, thank you.
My pleasure, man. And mark down. What are we in? November 7th. This is a great day for many reasons. I will tell you that. So, thanks, brother.
No, thank you, dude. Thank you.
Send it.
Send it.